Panasonic was the first to launch a compact system camera all the way back in 2008, so it has a decently rich heritage on which to build its new releases. The Panasonic GM1 starts a new line for the company, bringing the total up to 5 now. There is G, GF, GX, GH, and now we are talking about GM. The GM1 being the smallest, lightest, and cheapest available, being primarily aimed at beginner photographers, especially those who might be stepping up from a compact camera. Featuring a 16 million pixel 4-third sensor, the same as that found in the excellent Panasonic GX7, the GM1 is compatible with the extensive range of micro 4-third lenses that are available. The greatest number of proprietary optics available for any compact system camera. As Olympus also uses the micro 4-third mounts, all of the sensors are also compatible, as well as those from third-party manufacturers such as Sigma and Tokina. Alongside that sensor is a Venus processing engine, while the sensor is said to be capable of producing up to 10% better images at high sensitivity than the GX1. Keen to keep the overall system size down, Panasonic is also launching a new standard kit lens with a focus length of 12 to 32 mm, that is 24 to 64 mm equivalent, which is also ultra compact, collapsing down even smaller when not in use. Other interesting features include 1/16,000 shutter speed and silent shooting, thanks to its electronic shutter. It's also got built-in Wi-Fi and HD video recording at 60i. The camera has a classic design with a metal chassis. On the back of the camera is a 3-inch 1 million dot touchscreen, which is fixed. The GM1 is smaller, even with the standard kit included. Looking at the build quality and handling, although it has a touchscreen, there is still a satisfying number of dials and buttons on the body itself, especially when you consider the small size. On top of the camera is a dial for switching between the various exposure modes on offer, including aperture priority and shutter priority. There is also a dial for switching between different focusing modes. There is no dedicated dial for altering aperture or shutter speed, but depending on the mode that you are shooting in, you can make changes to these settings via the scrolling dial on the back of the camera. It seems likely that a large majority of people using this camera will use it in automatic mode, but it's great that manual full control is also available, so that those who want to experiment further down the line are not limited. These dials, combined with the black and silver design, give it a classic retro feel that will surely be appreciated by many style-conscious photographers. On the back of the camera, the 3-inch touchscreen is joined by the traditional 4-way navigation pad, a menu button, a playback button, a movie record button, and a trash button. You can control most elements of the camera via the touchscreen itself, but it's nice to have real buttons to use, as well as those who prefer it, or those who'd rather use a combination of the touchscreen and the buttons. You can also use the touchscreen to set the autofocus point, and if you like, to fire off the shutter release. Both are very convenient features when you need them, and make the workflow of using the camera much quicker than those cameras without a touchscreen. Looking at the performance, GM1 shares the same sensor as the GX7, which you already know to be an excellent performer. You will be impressed as colors are rich and vibrant, without being overly saturated, while there is an impressive amount of detail resolved by the 16 million pixel sensor. Shooting at higher sensitivities, such as ISO 1000, does reveal some image smoothing and noise if you examine images at 100%. The GM1, like the other Lumix G cameras, comes with an impressive range of digital filters. It's still true that you can't retain full manual control while shooting with these filters, which is a shame, but I think that the filters offered are the best in the market. Introducing a new compact kit lens is a smart move, as this keeps the overall system size down. So far, the lens seems to be a good performer, producing detailed shots and giving flexible enough zoom range to be useful for the majority of situations. Again, it's a smart move to include a touchscreen on this device, since a good proportion of the target users will be coming from a smartphone background. The GM1 screen is very responsive and easy to use, making it great for setting autofocus points and even firing off the shutter release. The screen also doesn't seem to suffer too badly from glare or reflection, but I will be keen to test this further, just to learn more about it. So, the GM1 is impressive, and Panasonic has managed to compress this excellent technology into a body as remarkably small as this. When you consider that this camera is smaller than the Pentax Q range, which features a compact camera-sized sensor, that feat seems even more remarkable. I can see that this is appealing to a wide range of people who are after something that offers fantastic image quality without the bulk of something larger to carry around. So, if you're interested in Amazon offers and seeing what other users are thinking about this camera, please click on the link in the description to check out Amazon offers and reviews.